Hey everybody, I'm Lori Brumfield and welcome to my video blog. This week I've been thinking a lot about rest and what does that really mean? Because I think a lot of us tend to think, well, if I would just get more sleep, then I'd feel more rested, right? And maybe you really do just need more sleep. But I don't think that we often think enough about our spiritual state. If we are spiritually exhausted, we are affected physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. And I hear so many people say, I am so tired when I go to sleep or when I lay down in bed, but I can't go to sleep because I'm just staring at the ceiling. I've got 5 different to-do lists that pop in my mind of things that I've got to do the next day or throughout the week or whatever. And as I was reading through the book of Mark, I was reading the story of the Pharisees who were challenging Jesus on the subject of the Sabbath. Now, the Pharisees are a group of people, religious people, that they are very good at following religious to-do lists. And so they're kind of upset with Jesus because Jesus is doing stuff on the Sabbath, and you're not supposed to do stuff on the Sabbath. There's rules against that, right? So Jesus tells them, look, guys, the Sabbath was made for man. Man was not made for the Sabbath, okay? The day of rest was made for us, not the other way around. When God gave his people the 10 Commandments, and the 10 Commandments was remember the Sabbath by keeping it holy. And so God is saying to his people then, he's like, hey guys, look, I see you being busy little bees, you're working, but I see that you need a day of rest. You need some time where you just let me recharge you, enjoy being my creation and enjoy me being your creator. And so the people said, okay, well, God said that we need to rest. So that means that we can't do this and we can't do that or this or that or that. And so they create this huge list of restrictions. So they literally take this beautiful gift of a day of rest and they turn it into this burdensome day of restrictions, of more rules and things to not do, I guess, in this case. And so they're totally missing the point, totally missed it. And this is what Jesus is telling the Pharisees. You guys are missing it. And I feel like we're still missing it today because we've convinced ourselves that in order to be better or even good at something, we have to do more. We have to take on more. But generally, that's really not the case. A lot of times to be better, we kind of have to take a break and rest and let ourselves recharge and then we can go on and we can do well on whatever it is that we're doing. And so there are a couple of, I would say one in particular to-do list that really I was thinking about when I was, really studying these scriptures and Mark and on the Sabbath and on rest. And it really is something I think a lot of women struggle with, and I certainly identify with, and it's the mom list. And your list may look totally different, but I do think a lot of women deal with this one. So the mom list goes something like this, okay? I will be a better mom, or even a good mom, if I sign my kids up for 100 different activities, right? Sports, you name it. There's a ton of things they can do. Football, baseball, basketball. If you've got girls, they're doing ballet, dance, cheerleading. If I taxi them around till 9 o'clock at night, because that's what you do when you sign them up for all these activities. If I Pinterest a million different ways to turn my kids' snacks into cute little shapes. If I take them to a play date every single day. If I sign up to be the room mom. The list goes on and on and on. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel like a better mom when I am trying to follow this list. I feel like a tired mom and I feel like a grumpy mom sometimes, but I don't feel like a better mom. A lot of times I'm just really discouraged because I can't keep up with the list. I can't compete. I can't do all these things that I see other moms do, and maybe they're enjoying it. You may enjoy going to all these sports things, or you may enjoy doing the creative stuff, but we can't all take it all on and put it on our list and keep up with that. And I'll tell you the times when I do feel like I'm doing a good job and I feel encouraged as a mom. It's honestly in moments where maybe on a Friday night, we'll order pizza and we'll just watch a movie. And we'll crawl under the big blankets on the couch and cuddle, and we'll laugh together. And in times where I'm praying with my boys, I have 2 boys, they're ages 7 and 3, and they'll argue over who can pray first. those moments, or when I'm answering my 7-year-old's questions about the Lord, or when I hear my 3-year-old singing worship songs and then I start singing with them and we sing together. I mean, it's in these simple moments that I think I'm a pretty good mom. I get to see the fruit of what I'm doing, of investing in my kids and planting these seeds in them about the importance of following Jesus. I get to see them start sort of acting that out as well. And that's encouraging to me as a mom, but I'm not having to wear myself out to do it. And so I was just sort of thinking about these things and thinking about us as people, as they, we are a nation where we are distracted. First of all, we are full of distractions, and we are a very tired bunch of people. And what I wanted to encourage you guys to do is think about some ways that really ask the Lord, what are some areas that I might need to just kind of lay down and surrender. We love to quote the verse of come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. We love that verse, but what we don't love to do is to actually give him our burdens and to lay some things down. We still want to keep carrying them and keep walking with it, but we just keep wearing ourselves thinner and thinner and thinner. And what we have to remember is we are, like, Lori alone is not the body of Christ. Okay, you alone are not the body of Christ, but we are members of the body of Christ. And we are not just members, but you are a valuable member of the body of Christ. And in order to be an effective member of the body of Christ, you have to actually have some rest. You have to carve out some time to spend with the Lord, to enjoy him being your creator, enjoy being his creation. And that looks differently. That looks different for all of us. You may need to have some time where you're spending some time in the Word. You may need to have some time where you're just praying. You can turn on some worship music. Whatever that looks like for you, but carve out some time where you can really spend some time with him and you can hear his voice and you can get some direction. You can rest so that you can live well, so you can do good work, so that you can be effective when you're discipling your kids. If your list is not the mom list, maybe your list is the career list where you're trying to climb the corporate ladder and you have really unrealistic expectations of yourself. Maybe your list is the Christian list. Like, I'll be a better Christian if I'm at the church every time the doors are open, or if I sign up for this Bible study, or if I'm in this life group or Sunday school or Connect group or whatever it is your church calls it. The truth is you can't do it all. And we want to be effective members of the body of Christ. And sometimes that really does mean laying down some things. And it may be one thing, it may be 10 things that you need to give up and lay down for the sake of really resting and being able to spend some time with your family and recharge. But I really do believe that the Lord is saying to a lot of us, as he was saying it to his people when he wanted them to rest, as Jesus was saying, guys, you're missing the point, Pharisees. I think he's saying the same thing to us too. I want to be able to restore areas in your life that are tired. I want to bring healing to you. So lay some things down, put some stuff down that they're nothing but distractions, so that I can encourage you, so that I can feed you and nourish your spirit, because that is truly where you're going to be healthy and where you're going to be effective with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers, with the world around you. So wanted to invite you to kind of join me in that, because I'm doing that right now. It's something I'm really looking at as obviously I'm picking up this thing of starting this video blog, and we're releasing songs every month. This is a new thing. And so there are things in my life that I'm having to lay down for the sake of being able to be effective, as I want to rest and I want to be fed in my life, and I have to be able to have time to spend with the Lord, because I've got things I got to do too, on my to-do list, things that have to be done too, but I still have to make that time to hear God's voice so that I can be an effective member of the body of Christ. So I want to encourage you to do that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have, if the Lord's shown you some things that you need to lay down, I'd love to hear about those. And you can contact me through LoriBrumfield.com. I have obviously my email there. It's directly through my website. You can get a hold of me through Facebook. It's facebook.com/Lori Brumfield. I have a YouTube channel. You can catch me on Twitter. There's a bunch of different ways to get a hold of me. You can also comment directly on the website as well. So I really appreciate you checking this out. And again, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you next week. Bye.